Hello everyone, welcome to the market outlook for the week. Gaurang Shah here from Geojit Financial Services, and all-time high on the Nifty spot. And if you recollect our earlier conversation, crossover on the Nifty spot beyond 15,000 and a crossover beyond 50,000 on the Sensex could lead towards marching towards all-time high. And the possibility is that if the momentum and the domestic news flows contribute, then there is a possibility that we could see a new high. And that is what exactly has happened. I think 2 or 3 weeks back we had this conversation, and right now as I speak to you on this Monday afternoon, we have made a new high on the Nifty spot. Sensex, I think we are slowly and steadily marching towards that all-time high, and if the domestic data point and news flow support, then over there as well we will see a new high coming through. Along with that, friends, Bank Nifty was something that actually caught the spotlight, and along with that, mid-cap index was fired up on all cylinders. This is because we've seen good fourth quarter numbers. This is because primarily we have seen lower numbers as far as the COVID-19 situation is concerned in our country. States reporting higher number are reporting lower number. The casualty is also coming in lower, and a likely possibility of reopening in by mid of June. More activities will be allowed, and starting 1st June, that is tomorrow, there is a possibility of the restricted stroke semi-lockdown which was in place. There could be some relaxations coming in. All this has actually excited the market. So let me say this, friends, that Monday morning when we started off the trade, it was on a bit of subdued note. We were down, but as the time went by and we approached the half session, the markets were fired up. There was close to almost 500 points uptick one point of time on the Sensex, 150 point uptick during the day on the Nifty spot, and Bank Nifty too was fired up on all cylinders. So indicators are that as the unlocking 2.0 is put in place, and as we go towards mid of June and there is more relaxations coming through, at the same time, as a protocol, as COVID appropriate behavior, as responsible citizens, like I request every time during our interactions, it is our own responsibility and obligation to go by the standard operating procedure rules that have been laid down and have a responsible citizen behavior inculcated in ourselves. Having said that, coming to the rupee dollar equation, right from the levels of close to the weakness that we saw on the INR against the dollar, we were of the view that we are likely to see lower levels, and that is what exactly has happened. We've seen great strength coming into the rupee against the dollar over the last 2 weeks, and as I speak to you this Monday afternoon, there was slight bit of weakness on the INR front against the dollar, but given the fact that 2 weeks of strength could be seen as something that is having more weightage rather than 1 or 2 days of weakness on the INR front against the dollar, and possibility is that as we approach this weekend, when the possibility of the credit policy unfolding is there on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I stand to be corrected if I'm wrong. RBI is going to announce its credit policy on Friday, this Friday, coming Friday. So there is a possibility that post the announcement we could see more kind of strength coming back into the rupee. But that's going to be the broad trajectory, plus minus 25 to 50 bips point on the rupee dollar equation. On the NYMEX front, 67 is the rate again per barrel, dollar rate per barrel. And on the Brent, we are trading close to 69.40, and surprisingly or not surprisingly, petrol prices in Mumbai has crossed over 100 rupees litre mark, and above 90 rupees per litre is diesel. That's the hard fact of life. Having said that, the news flow from the overseas front also is something that we need to keep our eyes on. On one side, Israel and Palestine, there is some peace, but on the flip side, because of the announcement made by the US President, Mr. Joe Biden, to investigate the facts of this COVID-19 stroke Chinese stroke Wuhan virus, and whether it was actually man-made or whether it was something that was out from a bat, is something that needs to be investigated, and that has actually led to war of words between US and China. It remains to be seen how things unfold. But that could be something that markets would react in case if things have to take a ugly turn. But purely on the domestic front, there are enough data points to suggest that this rally that we've seen has got more legs to move higher up. You might get days of profit booking consolidation, which I always maintain is very, very healthy. Because whenever you see consolidation, profit booking, market trying to make a base, and then when the momentum comes on the higher side, the sustainability is much more stronger and durable. That's what is reflected. And my sense is that some days of profit booking cannot be ruled out, given the fact that on the Nifty spot we've seen all-time high, Sensex approaching towards this all-time high and possibly a crossover. And along with that, other sectorial indices and mid and small cap indices contributing could lead to a sustainable, meaningful upside. But before that, I think news flows will be something that the market should be closely watching, especially late Monday evening, that you might see GDP data coming for the fourth quarter and FY 2021. Then you have the credit policy, and I think credit policy, as everybody knows, the statement from the Honorable RBI Governor is something that the market should keenly watching and wanting to listen into. A buy on dip strategy has worked out, and that always works out, friends. And the broad sectorial layout that we've had in terms of cherry picking, starting with pharma, IT, banks, NBFCs, metal, cement, FMCG sector, consumer durable, consumer discretionary, quick service, restaurants, QSR sector, which is up and beating. And speaking of steel, friends, there was news that there is a possibility of steel price hike that steel manufacturing companies may consider in the next couple of days. So my sense is that metals would remain in the spotlight for all the good reasons, and it is great to see this pricing power coming back into the metal sector, and especially steel manufacturing companies like Tata Steel, JSW Steel, etc. I think they will all be in the spotlight given the news flow and as and when the price hike materializes. Having said that, with the unlocking theme, I think FMCG sector should be something that you should possibly be look forward to. Autos is the other one, friends, because of this restricted lockdown. Definitely tomorrow is 1st of June. So you might have a little bit of disappointment in terms of month-on-month sales numbers. But most of the auto manufacturing companies who have come and given their views on the outlook of growth have mentioned that there is tremendous pent-up demand which is there in the pipeline, and this will possibly propel the month-on-month sales numbers for June and July looking even better. So my hope and expectation is that minus of course the May month number, sales number for the month of May, there could be a little bit, given the non-essential sector was not allowed to operate and there was lockdown, a strict lockdown over there. So you have dealers shutting down their showroom and sales not happening. In some cities this was allowed, in some it was not. So then we'll have to wait and watch. But in case if there is some kind of disappointment on the month-on-month numbers and the auto sector has to react to it tomorrow, that is on 1st of June, then I think that will be a great time to cherry pick some large players over there, starting with your Maruti, M&M, Tata Motor, Bajaj Auto, Hero MotoCorp, TVS Motors, Eicher Motor, Ashok Leyland, Escorts, to name a few. And as a disclosure, Jujit has a positive outlook as far as all these auto companies are concerned. And more so, friends, 98% long-term averages is the prediction by the Met Department for this year, 2021 monsoon season. And this is the third or the fourth consecutive year wherein we will have rain gods showering their blessings on our country, which is also very important given the kind of dependency that large part of the population has on the agri activity. So that will also have a positive traction on agri equipment stroke tractor sales looking much more stronger. So just keep your eyes on these companies, metals, autos. Telecom is the other one, friends, which is showing positivity, and over there, of course, minus Jio, that is Reliance Industries, because Jio's business come under Reliance Industry. Bharti Airtel is something that looks quite interesting. I will not comment upon Vodafone Idea because it's better to look at strong players rather than weak players. So Bharti Airtel is something, and over there again, we had come out with we had a positive coverage on Bharti Airtel, but post the fourth quarter numbers, we have reiterated our conviction buy on Bharti Airtel as well. Reliance Industries also happens to be on our positive coverage given the diversified business that it has under its balance sheet. Cement, we've seen tremendous traction, consumption looking stronger, and gone are the days, friends, when traditionally there was a thought process that in the month of monsoon, construction activity is slow, it lags demand, etc., etc. But I think if we prepare ourselves now, then post monsoon, I think when the rainy season is withdrawing, construction activity will be in spotlight. So I think it's a preemptive investment idea from our side. Cement sector, right from ACC, Ultratech, Ambuja, Grasim, Shree Cement, Ramco Cement, JK Lakshmi Cement, just to name a few, should be something that you should be possibly be looking at. And Dalmia Bharat Cement is also a company, mid-cap company, which we are extremely positive. So you have a whole host of sectors and companies to look at. Just be patient. Given the run-up, don't rule out profit booking in the next couple of days. But as we've been maintaining and as we've been advising, buying on dips should be a strategy, and hopefully, if first, second week of June goes by with lower numbers, then expectation of further relaxation, which has been put in place by various state governments, cannot be ruled out. And in that case, markets will take it with both the hands. Take care, stay safe, be a responsible citizen, and thank you very much for hearing me out. See you again next week. Bye bye.